I didn't put on my disguise face. I'm going to go sit over here.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Welcome, everyone, to our November Cemetery Commission meeting. At this time, we're going to have a roll call, please, to establish a quorum.
Write the Lawler.
Rita Recta.
Matt Pancrase.
LB Wilson. So we do have a quorum established. In your package, you will find the minutes for October 7th. I think some of you may have already picked them up and they said agenda. I got that changed and it should say minutes. So if you're comfortable, let's have an approval, asking for a motion to approve the minutes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Now, someone documenting this, are you doing that?
I'm working on it.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you so much.
You won't be able to read it, but I'm working on it.
Well, okay, thank you. All right, and then we have an agenda that's also attached to that. Well, actually, this, I'm reading from the agenda right now, I guess. I would like to do this. I would like to, on unfinished business, I would like to move budget to number one and then discuss the sign project. The public interest bulletin, I would like us to eliminate. Or move it to November for sure. I'm not exactly sure why that's still on there. Cemetery Projects Committee, truck 8 and 9, I'm not sure why that's on there. That should have been in loose ends. So let's just scratch through 8 and 9. And the only new business that we hopefully will get to cover is employee support. I don't know exactly a better way of saying it. And that would be under new business, the only item, employee support.
Okay. I have a couple items I'd like to,
Well, I think, Rita, that your items will be included in this iconography tour
okay.
at that time.
Thank you, LB.
Oh, you're welcome, ma'am. Let's see. All right, you will find in your packet the sexton and office manager report. You will also find the superintendent log as well as monthly report. You also will find the treasurer's report, which we showed let's see. Our ending balance as of October 30th was $18,799.22. Now, all that information is there. Some of it will be brought out in the meeting as well, because when we talk about the budget. So do we have any questions about our reports?
No.
Okay. One thing I did is I inadvertently skipped something, and that's the public comments. And we have a lady here tonight, a very distinguished young lady, by the name of Nuciata Scarpino. And would you like to come to the mic and talk with us just a little bit? No. Okay. Well, she's shy. A rarity in Eureka Springs. And, but she is very interested in the cemetery, correct? And she would like to, she's here tonight to see if there might be some possibilities to be of service to the community and the cemetery. And we appreciate that so much, really. We appreciate it so much. We'll visit. Okay. So if you guys are okay, let's look at our budget that we have that's been presented to you. There's 2 pages on the budget. One page is the completed budget. The other page is the one that, the revised one. It had to be revised 4 times this past week as different values came up, okay? And so if you'll look at the one that's completely filled out, that one should be the top one. Have you found it?
Yes.
Okay, so as we go, you can go down through there and line, you know, this is a little different form than what has been done in the past. It's something that you need to probably have maybe a comment about. But what it shows is areas for operating expenses. And the 3 items that we were missing was our insurance on the expense side. And last year on 24, it was $350. So I jacked it to 7 because we didn't get a number from the city yet.
Okay.
Last year, the employee workman's comp, which was a surprise on us about paying, was around $2,600, and I jacked that up to $3,000. Again, this is a budget. Values may change, but we gotta start somewhere. All right, so under total expenses, I don't think there's, we're not gonna consider the signpost a capital expense, are we? That wouldn't be considered a capital expense.
I
would
wouldn't
it?
think so.
Okay. So we have $46,610 total expenditures. All right, one of the changes, if you'll look at those 2 pages that was done, is the 2024 balance forward. In trying to figure out what we have now in our sign project and the amount of money that we need to have to get through the year, that had to be reduced, okay? There's a possibility that we will still make between $2,000 and as much as $7,000 this. We have 10 lots, we have 12 plots being looked at right now.
Oh, wow,
Wonderful.
Some of them are oversized plots.
great.
So you're talking about 10 of them being around $6,700 and 2 of them being anywhere from 5 on up, okay?
Wow.
So just to make this thing work, our income is estimated at $48,240, which gives us a balance of $1,630. Down here under assets, you've got your CDs, I think there's 7 of them, and you got the money market. Now that term, budget buffer, I don't guess that's an accounting term by any means, but what I did was, in my mind, I take the total budget of expenses, divide it by 12, multiply it by 3. We need to be concerned anytime we're below a quarter's funds available for operation. Agreed?
Yes.
So that can be filled in later
Okay.
if you don't want to. So do we have any questions about this proposed budget? Does it look okay to you? Well, it's, I would entertain a motion to
Make a
approve.
motion that we accept the estimated budget for 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
All right, great. Okay. Now, our next item is the sign project. And would you fill us in on that, Matt?
Yeah, so from the last meeting, I got the price for the signs. What was in question was the setting of the posts. We were under the impression that Kelly Monument was going to do it at $25 per. When I made contact with them, they said, no, it was $50 per. So I think you then talked to them after that and have negotiated somewhere in the middle where we're at $40 per. If that's something we can live with. Our initial budget that we had approved previously was $11,000 for the project. At $40 per puts us at about $11,750 or something like that. So just a hair over.
Okay. So you think that, okay, in this number that you've given us, this 11.7, That provides for about 10 more posts than what we actually need.
Yeah, it provides for 59 posts to cover the 59 blocks that are out there. It provides for signage for all of the blocks as well as the street signs. It includes the setting of the posts, the concrete and everything, the staining of the posts, the whole 9 yards. It also gives us about 10 extra posts that they can put in the equipment shed for future use. If we have one that a car damages or something like that, we can replace it.
Okay. And those are $125, those posts are $125 a piece, right?
I think
Just for
they,
the,
I
just
think,
for the post?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Well, we might consider maybe not having as many in reserve
Okay.
if we need to.
Actually, and let me check that. I
But
think they
there-
were $100
There are
each.
areas, like for instance, y'all, you go past the fountain out there, and you take your first left, and it goes kind of down a little bit. Well, right over in that little low place off Brunch Graves. So we might want to put a post up there that says, inside low.
They're $100 each for the posts.
You know? There also is going to be that new cremation alley that you all have approved. We might want to put something there.
Right.
Just to indicate it's a cremation alley. We don't have that in the other one, you know. Potter's Field has a sign. Don't know if you want to do. In other words, there's 2 or 3 places in the cemetery that we might utilize a sign now.
Sure, and
And
we
I
can.
can't see us getting more out of what the developed area we have right now, more than probably 5 blocks at the most, if we, in expansion. We'd have to go on the other side of the street. But, so, okay, so in thinking about this, if we take our balance of 18.7, okay, it'll work. It'll work because in the hardware and maintenance budget, we have a little over 4,000 left. And I want to utilize, we can utilize 2 of that toward the sign project. We have the funds. One of the reasons that we needed to cut down how much we contributed in 2025 was because we need to have, now that's the funds if we don't make another penny. If we don't sell another plant, like I say, we have 12 right now that are in the works. So there's a chance that we're going to be sitting even better than what our projected budget is. And one thing I would like you to consider, Matt, on this is, the biggest thing is getting out there with folks and finding the proper locations for different things. But if we have a 6-foot post, we're going to put it in the ground 2 foot. I think a piece of flashing aluminum, that we spray the bottom of the post with a repellent, you know, up say 26 inches, put that flashing where it's down 2 inches below that and above 2 inches. That'll protect the bottom of the post from a weed eater. And it'll also extend the life of the post with that. Now, the groundskeepers can do that. And that's a minimal cost on the water repellent. I mean,
Sure.
it's like that stuff, what do they call it on TV where you spray?
Like the Thompson's water seal
No,
or
not at
something.
Thompson's. It's that stuff where they advertise where they got on the bottom of a bowl.
Oh, the Flex Seal.
Flex seal, yeah, Flex seal. That'd be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And so, we
Well, the
have
metal will be easy. It's just going to be like a thin roofing type.
aluminum type. and we'll
Yeah, and
just
they
screw
can
it
just
on
wrap
there.
it around there and put 2 screws in
Yeah,
it or 2
yeah.
tacks or
Yeah, so
whatever.
we can spray it and put that on there and have it ready to go. And then the Kelly's Monument has agreed to $40, and that includes the cement, digging the holes, putting them up straight. And then, and also in your price, the sign company's gonna come in once the poles are up and put what's there.
Yeah. What he would do is come back in, he would deliver the posts to us, and then once they're set and ready to go, he'd come back and affix the signs to it.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks
Well,
for all your
We have,
work, Matt.
we have approved this project on a couple of occasions and still trying to, get the most for our money. And I think we're at a point now where we need a motion to proceed. Does that make sense?
I'll make a motion that we proceed with the sign project.
Okay, and now, Matt, you've got the lead on this, and any help that you need, you let us know. But we need to, it would be great if we could, there's no hurry.
No, I actually spoke to him today, and I told him we were meeting tonight, and that I would just let him know afterwards, so he's ready when we are.
I think that if you go out there with someone, I'll go out there with you if you want me to, and get a stake or something and put the stakes down where the post, so we make sure we have a correct count. Double check that. And then if we're going to add some others, put those down and record what they should say at each location, and then, that way, then order. So we're good.
Yep.
We have a motion and a second.
I'll second it.
Proceed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great, great. Okay. Let's see, what's next? All right, employee evaluation. At this time, we're going to go into executive session to discuss our employee evaluation briefly, and we will return shortly.